Well, hey guys, hi. What is going on out there today? It is Brent Abel here at webtennis.com, day 19 of the January 2021 physical reboot. Let's get the old body back into fighting trim, whether because maybe you've been sitting on the sidelines during COVID, or maybe just the holidays still lingering, little effect there from the holidays, or whatever. Maybe it's just the time. It's the time to kind of make some changes either to the diet, or make some changes to the exercise, the types of exercise, or the frequency of the exercise. And so guys, look, today is the 19th. So we're into day 19. We started this on January 1st. I just got off a lengthy web tennis show, the 7 around 7. So that's the reason I am late today. My apologies for that. But I had the great Jim McLennan from EssentialTennisInstruction.com on there with me. One of my all-time favorite people, a real smarty pants in terms of everything, but certainly the game of tennis. And he really helped me a lot, kind of interpret the stuff that I learned from Tom Stowe back in the day that completely, changed me as a player and as a coach. But listen, I'm going to make this short today. And here is another quote that I got from James Clear out of of his book, The Atomic Habits. And I don't have my notes up there. I will add these notes to the page that we're building, that I will make a PDF at the end of January. If you want it, just go ahead and shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com, if you want to get that. Or if you can just direct message me over at Facebook as well. And one of the quotes, and I'm not going to be able to quote it directly, don't have it in front of me, but when we try to build habits, is that we go through, and we talked recently about procrastination, right? And kind of the 2-minute rule with procrastination, which says that, hey, look, if you're trying to create a new habit with exercise, for example, which might be, let's call it getting on the stationary bike. Well, you're looking at, okay, well, I want to spend 30 minutes in the stationary bike. And then after that, I want to do a little bit of core stuff. And then I want to do some stretching. All of it might be, a 45-minute amount of time. Well, sometimes what we do is we procrastinate because of looking at the whole 45-minute chunk. And James Clear recommends first thing that would be simple to do, that would be part of that habit. And for me, it's going to happen for me today because we have some inclement weather here today in the desert, and I got a few other things going on, is I'm going to get in the stationary bike. I've got it scheduled, time blocked for about 11 a.m. this morning. But there have been times I've done it before where I've kind of procrastinated it away. And yet, if I will just go over and put on my running shoes, which what I wear when I get in the stationary bike, once I do that one thing, how simple is that? Couldn't be any easier. But once I make that first move to put on the shoes, to put in the running shoes, the next step then typically, well, let's go fill up the water bottle. And then what's the next thing? And all these little minute little steps, habits, if you will, end up building towards whatever it is that you want to change, whatever it is that you want to do. So today's thing is it's okay to miss one, but don't miss two. And what that means is, for example, let's say that you've decided to start a new exercise routine, and it's a daily thing, right? And it could be that you've got, maybe you're in the gym, maybe you're in the stationary bike, maybe you're doing something, maybe one day is stretching, is yoga, is whatever. But you procrastinate away one day and you just don't get it done. And so whatever you had scheduled for that day never gets accomplished, right? And in terms of building a habit, you can miss one day, but never ever miss 2 days in a row. And that's, another, again, it's not verbatim in terms of the quote from James Clear, Atomic Habits, but it's pretty darn close. And so could be eating, it could be that, for the month of January, I'm cutting out dessert, let's say, for example. And let's say that last night, you ended up ended up having a, scoop of ice cream, or you ended up having a couple of cookies, just couldn't take it anymore, right? Okay, that's fine for one day, but don't do it 2 days in a row, because once you start to unravel the habit of whatever it is that you're building, one day is fine. One day is not going to knock you off the habit building thing, but 2 days in a row, you start to risk that you might. And it becomes way easier when you miss the second day to be able to miss the third day. So that's it. That's it. So look, if you've not picked up the book from James Clear, The Atomic Habits, highly recommend that you do so. Man, I mean, just a spectacular book. And it's really helped me a lot, not only with my health, but also with my tennis as well. I've taken a lot of things out of that book, applied them to my tennis practice, to my tennis matches, in terms of little, small, micro, atomic habits that have really helped me a lot. Guys, if you haven't heard my story, and you probably have, but about one of the things that I made a big change in about 9 months ago was what I do now to greatly reduce my inflammation that I build up in my body. It's a systemic soreness that I get every day from all the tennis I play, all the off-court workout that I do. I used to have to take 2 or 3 ibuprofen every day to be able to, and that was in the mornings, to be able to knock off the inflammation so I could go out there today and be able to do what I wanted to do on the court or off the court. Always knew that was not a great long-term solution, right? So got turned on to a company that produces organic, plant-based superfood supplements, not a diet, but supplements, again, about 9+ months ago. And tried them. And within about 10 days, I just felt like don't need any more ibuprofen. So for me, it's been 9 months now without having to take that drug. And that's been a big deal for me. I mean, I just feel so much better. Maybe not as guilty sucking down those 2 or 3 ibuprofen before I go out and play. So look, I'm happy to share that story with you, or if you want to know what I'm taking, happy to share that with you as well. Just go ahead and direct message me over at Facebook, or you can shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com, and more than happy to let you know what I'm doing. Guys, with that said, if you made that little mistake yesterday, that's okay. One day, just don't do it 2 days in a row. All right? All right, guys. Get out there today. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, I will see you again tomorrow.